G'day trendsetters, I'm Jom, that's J-O-M with Gravel Cyclist. I'm coming to you today with another wheel set review. This time around, it's from a French company, Corima. This is the company's all-new G30.5 carbon gravel wheel set. This is a French-built wheel set, and in the event you've never heard of this company, it's time for a little history lesson. Founded way back in 1973, Corima's initial activities included the manufacture of molds and models for industries such as aeronautics and automotive. By the time 1988 had rolled around, the company had diversified into the manufacture of composite products, aka carbon fiber, and their first bicycle-related product was an aerodynamic disc wheel. Corima's wheel designs have always been cutting edge. I've been a long-time fan. In fact, hold that thought for one moment. This is one of my personal bicycles, the Look KG196, an item that was way ahead of its time, and is fitted with Corima's 4-spoke carbon wheels, which are also way ahead of their time. This whole ensemble, the wheels and the frame, are from the early 1990s. These wheels were built primarily for time trialing. That was something I was really into a long time ago. These things are still smooth to this day. The point being, Corima knows their way around a pair of wheels. I could go on and on about some of the innovative wheels that Corima has released over the annals of time, but back to today and the Corima G30.5 wheel set, which I was fortunate to receive before the embargo date. So that means I've had time to ride and review these wheels. So without further ado, let's get these out of the bag and see how they look. There's the rear wheel, and as you can see, I already have tires, rotors and cassettes mounted, but have no fear, I have footage of these wheels with nothing mounted. Real quick, at the heart of this wheel set is DT Swiss's 240 hub set, which is renowned for its reliability, strength and availability of spare parts. And you might have noticed these wheel bags fit the entire wheel with the tire, cassette and rotor mounted. Very nice. So enough jibber jabber. Let's cover the tech spec of the Corima G30.5 wheel set. And here is a close-up of the rim. You can see the distinctive weave pattern. On the front wheel and the rear wheel, there are 24 Sapim CX-ray spokes. CX-ray spokes are bladed, and they've got a history of being strong and with good reliability. I've used these spokes many times in hand-built wheels of my own. And one thing you might also notice, these wheels are quite understated. And here's a look at the rear wheel. Again, 24 spokes, front and rear. And this wheel set uses the center lock, standard for mounting rotors, and like I mentioned earlier, DT240S hubs, which you can easily swap cassette bodies for. In this case, I've got the Shimano SRAM 1011 speed. You can also get Campagnolo and SRAM XDR if desired. As you can see in my calipers, these rims measure about 22.5 millimeters internally. And here's the external measurement, 28 millimeters on my trusty mechanical calipers. And these rims feature Corima's TLR technology, which I'll talk about shortly. And I know that everybody is dying in suspense. How much do these wheels weigh? Well, these weights include the rim tape and the valves. 834 grams for the rear wheel, and it features through axle, I didn't mention that before, 12 millimeter through axle. Let's get the front wheel onto the scales. And here goes the front wheel, and again the weight includes the valves and the rim tape, and the front wheel comes in at 740 grams, so that makes a total of 1,574 or 1,575 grams if you're going to split hairs. Not the lightest wheel set available, but Corima has always had a history of strength, reliability, and more. This may not be the world's lightest wheel set, but don't forget, these are DT Swiss 240 hubs, which are very reliable. They're a little bit heavier, so Corima could have easily changed hubs and gone a bit lighter. And also there's some really nice technology inside the rims, which I will cover right now. All of Corima's rims feature their torsion box technology and are filled with a structural foam and a horizontal UD carbon fiber bar to increase rigidity and strength. The torsion box is designed to reduce the flex found within all hollow carbon rims. The core is claimed to help with the ride quality due to its vibration damping properties. The G30.5 rims are hookless, and the rim profile has been reinforced with additional material to resist impacts. These rims adhere to ETRTO standards and are compatible with tyres from 28mm to 60mm wide. Maximum tyre pressure is 5 bar or 72 psi. The rims are also compatible with tubes. That's the tech specs covered, so let's show you how well these tyres mounted up to these wheels. Incidentally, these tyres are the Goodyear Connector Ultimate. It's a tyre I've never ridden before, so I might be posting a review of these separately as well. Here I am with the Corima wheels and the Goodyear Connector Ultimate tyre. Now these are not the lightest tyres going, but they are the tyres that Corima sent me with the wheels for the review. So we'll use them, and they are pretty easy to mount onto these rims. I have to use a tyre lever just to get the final part of the tubeless tyre onto the rim. No worries at all. Pedro's tyre lever, one of the best. Okay. It's ready for a big shot of air to hopefully mount without sealant, and the tyre will hopefully pop into the bead. Let's give it a shot. I always remove the valve core, so that way I've got a nice big shot of air going into the tyre and help everything pop into the bead appropriately. Okay, ready to go, and I've got my Bontrager TLR flash charger pump, and you can check out a review of that, which I've linked in the description below. It's fantastic. Okay. No sealant in these tyres, just want to get the pop into the bead like I said. Here we go. I have 120 psi in the secondary cylinder. That, my friends, is the sound of success. So that's the tyre mounting process covered. Let's find out how they ride. Weighing mid 1500 grams, these wheels are still what I consider light, but with a stout build that I could see performing well underneath most riders. I'm not aware of a weight limit, but these wheels are a no-nonsense build featuring traditional J-bend spokes, which is really nice. The Corima G30.5s accelerate to speed well, not as quick as some lighter wheel sets I've reviewed, but this is gravel cycling where the speeds are lower and generally you're not too worried about acceleration gains. Mostly a steady grind, chugging along anywhere from 3 hours to all day and more. I expected a pleasant ride from the wheels, and I was proven right, provided you have the correct tyre pressure set. The Goodyear Connector tyres measure 42mm on these wheels, so those casings definitely helped with the ride quality. Because these rims are a smidge over 30mm in depth, you won't experience buffeting side winds and so on, which can be an issue on deeper rims and a problem on gravel roads. Depending on where you live, life on gravel can be desolate with not a lot of protection from the wind, so less is more at times. I rode these wheels across a multitude of surfaces from North Florida and into southern Georgia, including gravel, sand, clay roads, pavement and more, and did my best to test their durability. The G30.5 rims are built in France, and likewise the wheel build happens there as well. These wheels were perfectly true when I received them, and they are still spot on true after several weeks of riding. In or out of the saddle, I could not flex these wheels laterally. They are stiff, or at least they felt stiff, but not to the point they reminded me of an overly stiff and uncomfortable low spoke count wheel set. I assume that is Corima's torsion box technology at work. No matter where I rode, the G30.5s performed well with absolutely no issues, and considering my previous and very positive experiences with Corima wheels and DT Swiss hubs, I expect this wheel set to stand the test of time. I love the G30.5's understated nature, almost silent free hub, ease of maintenance, and signature Corima weave pattern in the rims. So there you have it, the Corima G30.5 carbon gravel wheel set, ridden and reviewed. I realise at the time of this video there is a plethora of wheel sets available for your buying choice, so I hope that my review went some way into helping you make an informed purchase decision. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel, and don't forget to click the bell button to be notified of future videos as they appear on the channel. I'll see you in the next video.